Well, I just got out of the turkey woods and I wanted to get down here and give you guys an update. I am down here in Winneconne right now. Wanted to show you what's going on. Normally I don't walk around with my hunting clothes on like this, but no choice because like I said, just got out of the turkey woods. So let's flip the camera around, take a walk down the pier here. A lot different than last weekend. Look at all the people. This is great. Lots of people out fishing out here. Lots of people fishing offshore. So we got lots happening. Let's take a quick walk down here. Lots of people fishing, not a lot of people catching. Like I just walked down the whole thing here and I didn't see a single person catch a fish. Now, both docks down here in Winneconne have people fishing off of them. So that one right over there on the west side and the one I just walked down here on the east side. So a lot of activity going down here. Both sides of the bridge, you know, people fishing from, which is pretty cool. But like I said, not a lot of people catching anything. Matter of fact, I haven't seen a single person catch anything. But one of the most important things to look at right now is the water and the current. It actually looks more normal. I didn't get a look at it, but remember how I said last week it looked like angry water? I am just getting down here in Winneconne, and oh my gosh, this is some seriously angry water. Look at this behind me. This week it does not look like angry water, so that's a lot better. All right, let's go up to Fremont and see what it looks like up there. Oh, we got someone with some action. Or he's stuck. Oh, he's got a fish. We got a lady coming with a net. That is one big net. That's like a breakwall net. Little walleye. All right, good for them. So people are catching fish down here. There's those folks right there that just got that walleye. Pretty cool. There he is, Mr. Walleye. So far, that's the only fish I saw caught, but at least someone got one. All right, off to Fremont. Guess you get to listen to someone's music when you come down here. Actually, there are some prisoners down here. I didn't notice that. Prisoners meaning fish on stringers. We're going to take a look at those as we go over here. So, well, there's another guy with a fish. Okay, so I see that stringer has 2 fish on it. That one has 3 fish on it. So yeah, people are catching fish off the docks here. There's lots down here, actually. I did not realize that. I forgot to look on the downstream side. They actually got 4 on their stringer. That's pretty cool. So more fish being caught than I originally thought. Nice. Nice walleyes too. Lots of boats. Holy crap. Look at all the boats. Yeah, quite a few. And here's a look at the prisoners that are down there off of those guys' stringers. Looks like, you know, okay, so people are getting some action. Meanwhile, I went turkey hunting. Let's walk over and see how the guys are doing on the other side over here. Well, I see more stringers, so that means more prisoners. Obviously, this is the Wolf River. You could tell by that sign. I also see lots of panfish boats out here, everybody. Look at all the panfish boats. Yes, I have a weird sense of humor. Okay, so this is the west side bridge we're going over. This is on the fin and feather end of things. We'll hop out on this bump out here and see what we're doing. Yeah, lots more stringers. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stringers of fish down there with fish on them. So, you know, just about everyone's getting fish. So if you're looking for a place to go, Winneconne might not be a bad option right now. Water levels do look good. I see some perch on the stringer also. Big perch. You got porta potties set up on the west end and on the east end also. So porta potties on both ends if you do come down here to go fishing. So, all right. That is the tour. That's the end of that tour right there. We've now looked at both ends of the bridges on the east and the west sides of the water down here in Winneconne, and people are catching fish. Now let's head over to Fremont and see what's going on there, and hopefully that water's come down and people can actually get out there and start to go fishing. I'm going to check and make sure that the launches are open and all that. I'll have that information on the show notes here. I'll have it posted at the bottom. I know the launches here in Winneconne are open just based on the number of boats I've seen. So, okay, off to Fremont. Yeah, lots of guys. Okay, that guy just got one. That guy's got one. Yeah, lots going on down here. That guy's got another perch or something. Let's see what he gets. Let's just wait here and find out. There's the big net. And let's see when the prisoner comes up. Ah, a nice little walleye. Very cool. All right, off to Fremont for the third time. Lots of action happening on the west dock. Remember, you got to pay to fish down here, everyone, so don't forget about that. So I think $3 per person. Drive into Fremont here, I'm just going to be narrating what I saw. You know, the water level has definitely come down. The downtown is nowhere near as flooded as it was, but as you can see there, all those docks are still underwater that are normally high and dry in Fremont here. And I'm going to be turning a corner just a second here, heading down the south, going towards Orihula down there. That's a weirdly pronounced word. If I massacred that again, someone please in the comments just let me know how you are actually supposed to pronounce that. Again, this is some of the damage that you'll see in the flooding. That's looking towards the east. So I'm driving on the west side of the river, and that is the east side of the river that we're looking at off in the distance there. And you can just see that just how high that water level is. So I know they are allowing boats on the river, but please follow those no wake restrictions in this area. There's no boat launches open on the Wolf in the city of Fremont. When I was recording this, I looked that right up on the internet, which is always reliable. So do your own fact searching and checking. But boy, like I said, there's just a lot of water and it's pretty high. So we're going to be checking out that highway bridge on the way back here in just a little bit after we take a look at Orihula. That is fishable down there, but just barely. So let's speed this up and get down to Orihula. Pulling into Orihula was actually what I expected it would be. Thank God the water didn't get, it looks like super, super high down there. I didn't see the amount of damage like I did in Fremont. But all the docks are underwater when you're driving down towards Chico's Landing and the Hanahana place. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Please, as always, everyone correct me. But you know, when we're looking at this down here, there's just a lot of water. You know, this is going to be a little bit before, I'd say at least another week. I'm no expert on these things, but just looking at, you know, what I'm seeing and how fast the water level has dropped. Now, the interesting thing is I end up going to Rainbow Park a little bit later in here, and now the water has made its way down to Oshkosh into Rainbow Park. There's Chico's Landing, you know, completely roped off, not allowing anyone in there. They were power washing it when I drove by. The road down at the end down there is completely closed. Look at the amount of flooding that's going on. I mean, this is some serious stuff, everybody. Let's take a look at the highway bridge now. What a difference a week can make. Okay, so people are down here fishing by the highway bridge now again. We've got a guy standing on a park bench. That's normally where you can actually sit and go fishing from. But the water's clearly come down quite a bit here. More people fishing down farther. We'll look at them in just a moment. But yeah, normally you can walk right out there and get to those areas. But boy, Fremont is just still suffering from a lot of stuff going on with the water here. Let's go walk down on this end a little bit. Yeah, a bunch of 3 guys fishing down here, which is pretty cool, but look at that. I mean, just to get out to where the water line is, these guys got to cast pretty far. I'm gonna zip around this here. Yeah, and then we've got all the submerged docks still. I mean, we'll take a look, we'll overlay the footage from last time I was down here last week compared to what it is now, but boy, man, what a difference this is. Big time. Highway bridge area where you can normally do some shore fishing, and basically the water is right up to the edge down here. I mean, normally you can walk all the way out there much farther than this. This is crazy, not cool. I mean, this is some serious water down here. I'm gonna get out of here so I'm not actually, causing more of a burden, but boy, just look at this. For those of you that know this area, this is a serious amount of water down here. Well, I did just check with these guys down here, and they're not catching anything at the moment, but they had just gotten here, so I kind of clued them in, told them maybe head over to Winneconne. Anyways, we're going to head down towards where Chico's Landing is down there and see what's going on down in Orihula. Well, considering we've already been there, we are not going back down there. So this is Rainbow Park in the city of Oshkosh. Look at how much that water level has come up. The T-docks are almost underwater. There's water that's actually spilling over. The the Fox River down here is actually in a flood warning, as you can tell. So the water that comes down here to Oshkosh has been in the Fox and the Wolf River upriver. So that would mean it's come through Lake Poygan, Lake Winneconne, and then Lake Butamore, where it becomes the Fox River, and then comes into what you see right here. So as that flood water is making its way down, so that's why the Corps of Engineers opened up all those dams to accept all this extra water that's making its way into the Winnebago system. Now, I wasn't able to see if people were getting fish down here, but if you are going to launch from here, I recommend some rubber boots. Let's take a look at something funny that happened, and then I will see all of you next week. I am down on the opposite side of the road as the Wolf, and there are carp in here. Like, there's one right now. There's a couple in front of me. Clearly, it's going to be an interesting time. So let's just see if any will swim by us. if I stay here. Okay. There's some across the way. Spawning carp in an area not connected to the river at the moment. This is just a flooded zone. There's no way out of here for these guys. So if you want carp removal, what you do is you have a massive river flood, and then you get carp removal. All right, we're out of here.